For nearly half a century, Henry Winkler and Ron Howard have been tied together in the minds of millions. Their work on Happy Days made them household names, but what most people never saw was the bond forming quietly behind the scenes. A bond built on trust, on shared pressure, on late-night conversations, and on the kind of respect that doesn't fade with time.
Ever wondered where you really come from? Not the stories, but the science. On this channel, we decode real DNA, uncover lost ancestries, and bring ancient genomes to life through cinematic storytelling. If that excites you, subscribe for weekly insights. Like the video to support science-based history. And drop a comment. Your questions help guide what we explore next.
And now, after 40 years, Henry Winkler has shared something deeply personal, an emotional announcement about Ron Howard that caught fans by surprise and reminded everyone just how rare their friendship truly is. Today, we're diving into that story, what Henry revealed, why it hit so many people so hard, and how two men who started as co-stars ended up shaping each other's lives forever. Let's begin. Henry Winkler and Ron Howard didn't just share screen time. They shared the pressure of a hit show, the weight of fame, and the challenge of figuring out who they were in an industry that can lift you up and break you down in the same breath. From the day Happy Days debuted in 1974, something clicked between them. Winkler's Arthur Fonzie Fonzarelli, cool, calm, iconic, became the show's standout presence. Howard's Richie Cunningham grounded the story with heart and sincerity. Together, they brought a chemistry that made the show feel lived in, real, and comforting to millions of families watching from their living rooms. What people didn't see was how natural their connection was. They didn't force it. They didn't rehearse it endlessly. They simply understood each other. Winkler often says they could shoot a 3-page scene in minutes because they knew exactly how the other would move, react, or shift the energy of a moment. That kind of harmony doesn't happen often, and it didn't fade as the years rolled on. Before he put on the Fonz's leather jacket, Henry Winkler had already built a solid foundation as a performer. Trained on stage, shaped by discipline and instinct, he walked into Happy Days ready to work, but not ready for the cultural explosion that followed. The Fonz wasn't supposed to be the show's centerpiece, but Winkler's mix of charm, vulnerability, and subtle humor made the character unforgettable. Awards followed, fame followed, and for a while, the world saw him as the king of cool. But the truth? Winkler struggled quietly. He was grateful for the role, but also afraid of being trapped by it. Typecasting hit him hard after Happy Days. Work slowed, doubt crept in. Yet he kept going, reinventing himself through voice acting, comedy, producing, writing children's books, and later, acclaimed performances like his role in Barry. Through it all, the constant was his sincerity and the people who believed in him, especially one friend in particular. Henry Ron Howard had a different journey. He started in Hollywood young, and by the time he reached Happy Days, he already had years of experience under his belt. But acting wasn't his end goal. Behind the scenes, he was studying cameras, watching directors, and secretly shaping a new dream. When he eventually stepped away from acting, it wasn't out of frustration, it was ambition, a quiet determination to build something bigger. That dream came true. He became the mind behind films like Apollo 13, A Beautiful Mind, Willow, Cinderella Man, Rush, and so many more. The kid who once played the wholesome neighbor became one of Hollywood's most respected storytellers. Yet, no matter how high his career climbed, he never drifted far from the people who helped him grow, especially Henry Winkler. Their friendship didn't happen because the script said their characters were close. It happened because they recognized something in each other that felt trustworthy, comfortable, easy. They leaned on each other during long filming days, during personal setbacks, and during the sudden chaos that comes when a series becomes a hit. Winkler once said that when they shot scenes together, it felt like reading each other's minds. It wasn't competitive, it wasn't forced, it was simple. One lifted the other when they needed it, and they both knew the other always had their back.
Over time, the friendship moved beyond work. They supported each other's families, celebrated holidays, showed up for birthdays and weddings. Winkler and his wife becoming godparents to Howard's children wasn't a publicity moment. It was natural. It was real. In Hollywood, that's rare. Recently, Henry Winkler opened up publicly in a way he rarely does. He spoke about the impact Ron Howard has had on his life, and he did it with an honesty that caught everyone off guard. He talked about the quiet moments no one saw, how Howard guided him in moments of doubt, how he stepped in with steady, thoughtful advice whenever Winkler felt lost, and how Howard's kindness shaped him in ways he still feels today. Winkler said there was an unspoken connection between them, something that didn't fade even when their careers took different paths. And the part that moved fans the most was this. He said he had never worked with another acting partner who understood him the way Ron Howard did. For millions who grew up watching their friendship unfold on screen, it was powerful to hear the truth behind it. Even after Happy Days ended, their friendship didn't drift. Their lives changed, new careers, new families, new responsibilities, but the connection stayed. Howard's move to directing didn't separate them, it actually strengthened their respect for each other. Winkler watched Howard rise, not with jealousy, but with admiration. Howard watched Winkler reinvent himself, not with distance, but with pride. And when life brought tough moments, personal challenges, career setbacks, the pressure of evolving in Hollywood, they were there for each other, quietly, steadily, without fanfare. Winkler has said that Howard taught him to trust himself. Howard has said that Winkler helped him grow as a collaborator. They each became the other's anchor at different points in time. That's more than friendship, that's family. One of the most emotional turning points between them came when Ron Howard decided to leave Happy Days after the 7th season. He called Winkler personally. He didn't want him to hear it from anyone else. For Winkler, the news hit hard. The show wouldn't feel the same without Richie Cunningham. More importantly, Winkler's day-to-day life wouldn't be the same without the presence of the person he trusted most on set. He has said the moment felt like losing a piece of himself, but he also understood. He respected the courage it took. And when Howard's directing career exploded, Winkler couldn't have been prouder. Their careers split, but their bond didn't. The years that followed showed just how far both men could go. Howard became an Oscar-winning director. Winkler rebuilt his career across genres until he became one of TV's most beloved veteran performers. And through every new chapter, they kept cheering each other on. Winkler appeared on Arrested Development, a show Howard produced and narrated. They reunited at events, on red carpets, in interviews, always with the same warmth, the same laughter, the same rhythm they had back in the 70s. They never let distance or success get in the way. Henry Winkler's announcement wasn't just a tribute, it was a reminder of what happens when two people choose loyalty, honesty, and respect above everything else. Their relationship outlived the show that introduced them to the world. It outlived the changes life threw at them, and it continues to inspire fans who grew up watching them find their footing both on screen and off. It's easy to talk about Hollywood friendships. It's harder to find real ones. What Henry Winkler revealed shows that theirs isn't just real, it's rare. A bond that shaped their careers, a bond that shaped their lives, and after 40 years, it's still one of the most genuine partnerships the entertainment world has ever seen. What do you think of this decades-long friendship? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this story, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more.